We are going to break from our normal conversation on this Friday morning. Father Pat with us, as he always is. Normally, we look at what's going on this weekend, which is the third Sunday of Advent. But instead of, or maybe later, we'll talk a little bit about the weekend. But I know that to start things off this morning, Father, you'd like to mention a little bit about the season that we're in, called the season of giving, which is something we do every year to sort of beautify our own home.
Yeah. So every year we have this season of giving here in this Advent time frame, and it's just a year-end uh, little capital campaign, little push to ask for donations, particularly if God has blessed you in this year to offer some of those blessings back. You know, our parish is extremely blessed. I think we're very blessed by the location of our parish. I think it's one of the most beautiful campuses, one of the most beautiful campuses of any parish here in our diocese. The natural beauty is just really great, and it really gives us a nice, peaceful place for prayer and fellowship and gathering. And one of the focuses here is from the money that people donate here during this season of giving is to really give it back to God by working to take what God has given us, this beautiful campus, and to just take it up a notch, right? To provide us with prayer spaces and areas where we can gather and for fellowship and all, and just to give back to God through love of Him and love of neighbor. I'm really excited. We're going to be doing some work in the courtyard. There's some maintenance work that has to be done to improve the drainage of the courtyard. If you've ever been around during a hard rain, you can see where the courtyard turns into a lake, especially at particular spots. And so we're going to work on first on improving that drainage. But with that, we've got two really exciting things that we're going to be doing out in the courtyard. One is that we will be putting out Stations of the Cross and what's called the Stations of the Light. The Stations of the Light are like the Stations of the Cross, but they're stations that look at the post-resurrection events. And you may have noticed that the Stations of the Cross that we used to have in the courtyard are not there anymore. One day I was walking along, and the ninth station that says Jesus falls the third time. Well, Jesus fell the third and final time. The stations we had the wood had rotted off, and so we had to take those stations down. But we hope to replace them with new stations in the courtyard. Those stations have already been ordered, both the Stations of the Cross and Stations of the Light. And starting the Monday after Christmas, they're going to start working on the courtyard to replace those stations, to put up the Stations of the Light. The other thing we're going to do is expand the plaza area that we've got along the old education building and shore that up. It's a lot of uneven stones there in the little round plaza that we've got there on the side of the education building. And so we will renew that and extend it all the way down the old education building, just to give us even more space that we can gather after the Mass, that we can gather. I know groups have been meeting out there on the plaza, doing little small group meetings through the week and things. And so it'll give us more space for doing those kind of things, and just being able to get out and share some fellowship in God's nature, in the beauty of our campus. So throughout the courtyard, we're looking to put in some prayer gardens, clean up the area where we have the statue of Mary there in front of the administration building, and just do all sorts of little things like that to just improve the area. we've got future plans this summer to clean up the area in the front of the church by the big parking lot, and put in a butterfly garden, and also check the bulletin, check the screens in the back of the narthex, and all of the different things that we're looking at to do. But I hope you can support us here with the in this season of giving, and help us to make this vision a reality here in our parish.
It may be intolerable in the heat of the Houston summer, but there's one thing that we can say about living here. We can be out in God's nature in the wintertime. So we could enjoy it more.
You know, during COVID, I found I was going out to the plaza all the time, even during the summer, and we had the fans out there, and you know, it was just pleasurable sitting out there, you know, even during the summer, right? Just being out there in the nature. So it's what part of what inspired us to yeah, really look at expanding that make it a usable area. Yeah, you know, this weekend is Gaudete Sunday, so come to Mass. We'll be wearing rose, not pink, here on Gaudete Sunday, and it's also, this Sunday is December the 12th, which is the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. So we'll also be celebrating that feast, honoring Our Lady of the Guadalupe as we celebrate the third Sunday of Advent. This is Faith Formation Weekend, so we hope to see all the Faith Formation families here at Mass Sunday. So it's a big weekend for us, as always. So it's a good time here as Advent starts to wrap up, as we prepare for our celebration of Christmas.
So Our Lady of Guadalupe will be during the weekend masses this weekend.
Yeah, we'll have a little honor for her before the masses on Sunday.
And I know we're still several days away, but I know that Rena and others are talking quite a bit about the drive-in movie night, which is next weekend.
Yeah, next Friday. So mark that on your calendar to come out for our drive-in movie night. It should be great. And then that whole weekend is going to be, you know, it's our last weekend of Advent right before Christmas, and it's going to be a whole good Christmas celebration. We have the drive-in movie, and then on Saturday, Sunday, we'll have the Donuts with Santa and the cookie walk. So be watching for that.
That's fun. Thanks, Father. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.